Another attempt at getting this radio fully operational. It should be part 3 of the video series. So as I left off the previous video, the radio was seeming to work. Seemed to be some issue with I think it was actually my power supply, which was powering the battery backup side. So the wires here, which disappear under 3 volts to power the backup. Since then I've just had it running on test, and it's actually been surprisingly functional, even just sitting on the bench with nothing, no antenna connected. The LED lights off to cut the interference, and it was picking up signals on the 30-meter amateur band, 10.139 megahertz. So I was hearing FT8 or whisper or some digital mode. It was down in the noise, but given there's no antenna connected, I'm quite happy about that. It seems to be okay. I do want to go through and probably check the alignment and everything, but I think what I'll probably do for now is actually check it works back in the case, because now I know how to take it apart. I can check that all of the spring-loaded contacts are still making contact. So there's these contacts need to actually press into the board. So that's where the extra blobby solder will be useful. I might just try and give those a quick clean up with a stone, get a bit more of a point on them, and I'll reconnect the antenna. And yeah, we'll check it actually works when it's back, and then if that's a success, I can give it a quick sweep with the signal generator, check things are lined up, and yeah, I've got the full manual if necessary to do a full alignment. So yeah, let's try getting it back together. Right, the soldering iron is warmed up. Let's give it a tip of clean. And get these wires I patched on out off. Need some more solder on that one. Need new soldering iron too. This is one is getting a bit old and tired. Right, let's just clean these up, make sure it's good and blobby to make contact with. One thing that's still wondering about with this radio is whether this arrangement of diodes is factory original or not. Can't really quite see what it's doing. Well, it's not wired as a mixer or anything, it's just several diodes. Yeah, don't know if that's factory original or something's been added. Right. Let's clean some of the flux off the board, and then I'll get everything put back together, hopefully. some IPA. I do think this radio has, well, I was told by the original owner it's had some modification, but it looks like it's also had some other work done on it. There is flux around that's not from anything I've done. So dry it off. And let's try and get it back in the case. So this is where I need to remember how it goes back together. Right, trying to get this back in. No idea how easy this is going to be. It's a pain to get it out. So oh, that seems to have gone in. There's 2 latches on the back, and I think once they feel like they're in place, we're good to go. That works. I need to, yep. Hard to tell. Maybe tell on the video the power switch is also connected up and seems to work. Yeah. Goes together much more easy than it comes apart, although I suppose once you know the trick it comes apart easily enough as well. Alright, I need to find what I've done with all the screws. Okay, I found the screws. Let's get the speaker and everything back in. The speaker has collected loads of extra little bits of magnetic wire that it doesn't need. I don't really want falling off and rolling around inside the radio possibly. Okay, that's got pretty much everything off. Radio speaker sits there, something like that anyway. Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, because of where things sit, I'm not sure if there's supposed to be a screw there. I know there's one screw goes down over here. If I can find a screwdriver, that would help. That'll do. That screw goes in there. It's one of the short ones. There's one more short one which I think goes there. Certainly came from over here somewhere. Let's check the diagram. Second thoughts before I go as far as finding all the screws. If I get some batteries in it and just check it works, and then I'll know if those sprung loaded points are making contact because I forgot to sharpen them. Right, the D cells are in. And it needs a couple of A cells. This is where I can see there's a little bit of corrosion. Yeah, there's a bit of corrosion just here. Find some batteries. What are they? AA. Let's give the contact a bit of a clean up with a stone. That looks a bit less cruddy. Get the feeling this whole radio was sort of built down to a price, and generally thought of Sony products as being a bit more premium than this, but yeah, they've really used the cheapest possible things they could for connectors. It doesn't come much cheaper than a bit of springy wire. Right. Unzoom and see if it'll work. It's alive! Let's drop the volume down a bit. That is a bit loud. Well, the radio is alive. That's good. It's not running off any bench power supply. It's only running off batteries. If I kill the LED light and unplug the charger to this camera that I'm using, there are noises coming out the speaker that sound like digital modes for amateur radio, FT8 or Whisper or JT65 or something. This is on 10139, which is 30-meter amateur band. Let's see. AM, let's see if we can get radio for long wave. So 198. Radio for long wave. It seems to be working okay. Strong risk we're going to get something copyright, but if I go to 100 FM, yeah, we're straight into an FM with a good strong signal. I think this radio is working. I'm going to connect it all back up, find what I did with the screws, and then I'll give it a proper test. But this seems like a win. Best as I can tell from the diagram, the screw goes there and holds the speaker down. Help if this was the right size screwdriver, but a bit of brute force and ignorance and nothing snapped. That sort of stops the speaker from flapping around too much. All these other wires are where they need to be. Right. Get the case back on. Feels mostly right. Yeah, no gaps that can't really be accounted for. And the other 6 screws. So we've got 6 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 6 in the battery bay. Nope. Aha, number 6 in the memory backup battery bay. Right, what are the chances it still works? Only the highest quality pound shop specials. Made some noise briefly. We have nothing on the display. That's annoying. The display is dead. Well, there must be power getting to the synthesizer because it's it was receiving an FM signal. Turn it down, we don't need copyright strike. But we're not getting anything on the display. Damn it. It worked before it was in the case. Have I put a screw through something vital? I have to take the back off again. Yeah, nothing on the display at all. Power the radio off. Back on.
Tonight, of course, it's...
Yeah, FM goes straight into what it was previously tuned to, which was 100 megahertz. No. 1390. No. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, the light makes the light come on very usefully. Let's make that a bit more visible. Yeah, the light makes a little light come on the display, but it's interesting when you flip the power switch, the radio doesn't cut off immediately. There's obviously capacitors in there and it keeps it running for probably about a second or so after the power switch comes off. Right. Let's get the back off again. Well, let's also just check these batteries are. Let's give the contacts a clean up again. Check the easy to check things first before I go as far as take it all apart. No, still nothing on the display. Oh, because I've taken the batteries out, it's now coming up on the default FM, which is 76. Let's try 100. No, it's not taking any input. Probably got a busted connection to the display. Yeah, and there's the power doing its thing. Right, clear some of the crap off the bench and get the back off it again. Okay, finally got the case off. Had to watch the first video to remember how to do it. The trick is remembering there's a couple of connections down the side there for the antenna that don't fit through the plastic. You have to stretch it. Right, does it work? Now I've got the lid off. Let's get some batteries back in it and see what happens. This doesn't work because I don't have the battery bay on it. That's what needs to be in there. That keeps batteries in place. Get the double A's in. Right, power. And the display sort of works. It's there, but it's not. And the receiver has died. No, it's gone.
Is to be the first person to set foot on the planet Mars. Good luck, Paul. Send us a postcard. Seb will be here in a moment or two on Classic FM with the most relaxing music.
Okay, someone wants to be the first person on Mars. Didn't catch who that is. But we've lost the display. Oh, that's annoying. Seems to definitely be an intermittent fault. Might possibly be tuning. Okay. I think that is actually tuning. It's just the display's not working. FM now seems entirely dead. There's something there on AM, but I don't know what frequency it's on. Let's get back to this in a bit. Okay, one thing that occurs to me, these batteries were like the cheapest, nastiest, basically zero weight D cells I could find. Only D cells I could find. There's a good chance they're just dead, and that might be why the radio's doing weird things. So I've gone back to bench power supply, just feeding the radio, just clipped in on the there. So let's hit power and see what happens. Let's zoom out a bit, that's better. We have a display. It's a bit faint. It's there. If you look off axis, it's brighter or more contrasty. Well, it seems to be working. Switch to FM. 8 megahertz. No. I know it's something on 100 around here. Yeah, that works. Put the volume down so I don't get a copyright strike. That works then. Right. Let's go back to AM. Right, 503. About what I would expect. Go to sideband and 10139. It's still working. That's the sound of digital modes on 30 meters. 140. How do you cancel? Can you cancel? 10140. Yeah. Okay. That is trying to draw about 200 milliamps. I'm still not sure if that's the right sort of current consumption for this radio, given the volume's down and everything. Just wondering if the LED lights were interfering. Right, I'm going to try putting the batteries back and see if let's see if I've got any newer batteries. Can't find any more D cells, but I've got a load of Varta C cells, which I know are good. Not quite the same size though. The C cells weigh more than the D cells. So decent. I think these are German. Yeah, made in Germany. Very nice batteries. Right, let's see if I can bodge those in. Right, I've bodged in the C cells. They're a bit short, so I'm just holding a crop clip up against the positive terminal. And the radio seems happy. Let's try tuning. Not easy to do. Let's go back to FM. Yeah, lovely strong signal. Come back there. AM. I go 198. Yeah, seems to be receiving. Looks like it's a battery issue. So not surprising, this radio is drawing quite a lot of current. I don't think these batteries were up to it. I need to check what the correct current draw for this radio is. I think 200 milliamps might be a bit on the high side. Right, I'm going to try putting this back together, put the screws in, see if it still works. One difficulty I just faced was I screwed the back on and realised I had no way of getting a connection down to the positive, so you just missed me poking around with a pair of tweezers in there. Let's wire this up on the correct power supply. Red to red, black to black. Shove that down in there for now. This crocodile clip needs to hit that spring that's down in there. That's it, we're on. Right. Will the radio work? Power on. Nothing. Not even a hiss. The light doesn't work either. What's wrong? Maybe I'm not actually connected where I think I am. No, I am connected to the positive. Why have I got nothing? Zero current draw. Not a sausage. I think I'm going to quit for the evening. Cheers for now.